against Real Sociedad, that controversial moment. This is the starting lineup for Barca. Peña, Koundé, Kubasi, Martinez and Gerard at the back. Gavi is accompanied by Casado, Raphinha, Pedri, Dani, Olmo and Robert Lewandowski in the first 11 today. A strong Barca lineup they do have, but one glaring absence, of course, Terry, Lamine Yamal. They're going to miss him.
Yes, and I think if Ferran Torres had been fit, that would have been a decent replacement. But if Ferran Torres isn't fit, then there's no real obvious replacement. So I think we're going to see a different type of Barcelona midfield. I think we're going to see Dani Olmo playing in the attacking part of Barcelona's team. But I'm expecting a lot of rotations between Olmo, Pedri and Raphinha in that position of play just off of the obvious centre forward, Robert Lewandowski.
Well, Ferran Torres had trained yesterday, but he's deemed not fit to play in this one. Lamine Yamal was training in the gym in the Friday morning session. Still not ready for his return.
Price 21 degrees.
The sky blue shirts and white.
A partidazo alert, as we said. A great attendance. I think we're going to have...
Offensively for Celta Vigo, that's going to be Celta along.
Obviously he wants his team to defend better, but it's always... I think Claudio Geraldes...
maybe chabbing out is Iñaki Peña by the referee. His campaign so far, and he's shown he's got a good shot on him as well. Here's Bamba on the left, good advantage played by the referee. Celta Vigo win a corner, and there's going to be a warning in the form of a yellow card for that previous foul. The referee setting the tone for that challenge on Javi Rodriguez, first booking of the game.
Yes, it's a clear. Maybe Celta are going to switch play.
It's going to be hit first time into the middle.
The right flank.
Alves plays into the middle, and looking for the finish was Dubicas as well. He was met by Pau Cubarsí, who we've seen this season is wearing the captain's armband today with the lock into the centre. First real touch put into the box. Barca still looking in the centre along with Casado. Certainly there have been plenty of plaudits. Casado trying to get that to 20. Be playing the best football in Europe, but a stray foot brings quiet. Turn there was in LaLiga against the Blaugrana.
Just to try and slow the tempo of the goal, as opposed to Iglesias, who plays...
One slightly wide here with little... This ball scooped over to nobody, and only started 7 times last turn. And this one comes through. Iñaki at Valencia and has played it many... He kind of takes a big deflection. It will have to be... Races up. Here's Moriba.
Isolated occasionally. And Raphinha.
That's now 2 occasions on which for any sort of revenge today. Just many who...
Martinez, who's a centre-back on that side.
A lot of play. Iñaki Peña comes out again with... Here comes Raphinha. Doubles back. Oh, and he finishes off beautifully. Just like that. Football Club Barcelona take the lead. A well-taken goal from a man in spectacular form. It's Raphinha, the captain, who puts Barca in front. Wonderfully dummying Oscar Mingueza. He had plenty of time to slide it past Guaita. And it's Celta Vigo 0, Football Club Barcelona 1.
Huge space in behind, and only a player that's playing at the level that Raphinha is this season in terms of his confidence would use this attack to finish in this manner. Is he onside? Yes, clearly. Starfelt playing him onside. The central defender out of the 3 is dropping too deep. Once the ball bounces, there's some confusion from Alonso and between Mingueza, but there's no confusion from Raphinha. He gets in that position, takes the benefit of the bounce and the misjudgment from the defenders. Mingueza finds it impossible. Normally follows them, but thankfully...
2022. Haven't seen much from Lewandowski. Their last visit to Balai balls in 4 games. A throw-in on the far side. But he's still in the box. He's come out for Alvarez. And it's somewhat stifled by Gerard Martin, who throws himself into the line of fire. The deflection goes out of play for a Celta Vigo corner. And the offside, another one that's brought down. Queso was reaching that on the second line. That bending shot was dipping down from Elias Moriba. He thought it was worth the pop, and it forced him to punch away. Then for the ball in, as Beltran can't get a shot off. Olmo does tremendously well there, just shadows him through. And the flag is raised anyway for... Lifted into the middle, Barca have not... It's played over towards Olmo. them to see, and they didn't give him the benefit.
Into that, rotating into that number.
And it is happening.
That's going to be
going forward. Is into the middle and just getting a toe to it any which way they could was Jonathan Bamba. Unable to turn it across the line. It was a little bit vulnerable at the back.
He's a good player.
Looks to combine with Lewandowski.
Doing pretty good so far.
He's come back out. There's the follow-on from Casado. Doesn't get a lot of goals, Mark Casado, but felt that was worth a... Koundé.
What of Hansi Flick this season. Was the holding midfield player or trying to get in to join up with the attack.
Barca on the defensive here. It's poorly hit. Enjoying chances. It wouldn't have made...
You have an identity, stick with it. Dome's twice his age. So Pelkey...
Stitches to his face a few weeks ago.
Terry Gibson, everybody thought here that it was a penalty.
Last pass is always...
I can understand the home...
Through on goal! Martin gets a hand on him. It's not enough for a penalty. You could just see Iago Aspas just began to move in slow motion. Gerard Martin got a hand on him, nothing given. From that, Dani Olmo. Celta Vigo making a game of it there. To the defence with his ball through. That's a...
Stop making duff mistakes.
How they approach things for the really seen so far. Area, here's Duvikas. Back up and okay as Koundé tries Olmo. Olmo again. Just loves trying to turn on the opposition defenders. He's had varying degrees of success. He takes down Starfelt there.
Yeah, he changed positions, kind of...
A youth career, something he's just never changed, as you'd imagine it wouldn't be too conducive to fast sprints and the like. Here's Olmo trying to play it in. Bamba.
Into attacking positions again. And
from Hans' team as well. To make his run, as was Duvikas through something we've seen a little bit more of from that goes astray as night's contest. At times he's allowed midweek in about 10 days time. They play in Saudi Arabia in the Super Cup. Let's hope that's nothing too serious for rotations. Lewandowski still going and he finishes. Persistence pays off from Raphinha and from Lewandowski as they conspire to scramble one home for Barcelona on the hour mark. Celta Vigo 0, Barca 2, Lewandowski with another goal against one of his favourite victims.
Well, despite Barcelona playing below par, I would suggest, in my opinion, when you have Raphinha and when you have a Lewandowski in the team, that can happen. I think Raphinha has been head and shoulders the best, the tidiest player for Barcelona in this game so far. Whenever he's got the ball, he's made the right choices, made the right decisions. And it's Mingueza who loses possession, on the theme of continuing each team to lose possession tonight. And then Raphinha makes him pay. It's a difficult ball for Lewandowski to control. It gets away from him.